Hey man, I don't have that 3 minutes to really get my mojo going like I used to. Before I gotta just go get right to it. Wow.
You saw
Okay.
me run off and say, "What happened to Dave?"
Why are my glasses still on? Jeez, look at I'm not prepared. All right.
Clark Kent to Superman.
Exactly. Hello world, it's your man Jeff A. Smith jumping off once again on Jump Off Live, and welcome to episode number 22. Tonight we'll be discussing the Lil Nas X shoe debacle, and the inventor of the audio cassette tape has passed away at the age of 94, in addition to a few other things that we're going to be covering tonight. As always, you can tune in live each and every Wednesday, as you're doing right now, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on our Jump Off Live YouTube channel. There you'll find our past episodes, after parties, original ads, and the Anything But interview series. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You can also catch us on Zingo TV channel.
Go upstairs, John.
By downloading the app. You can also catch us on Zingo TV channel 250 by downloading the app, which is available on the iOS and Google Play stores. If you're on the go, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Shout out to all the fans in the chat, and please be sure to keep your comments clean so we can post them on the screen. And Voltron is back in full effect tonight. All 4 boxes are filled. All names are intact. But of course, we start off with the man, the myth, the legend, that dude named Dave. What's popping, that dude?
Hey, I'm good, man. Happy Wednesday. This is the last day of the month of March, man. This month has flew by, baby. So give a quick update. Got my first shot last Friday, so I'm halfway there. Got the Pfizer joint, little sting in the arm, little sluggish, little tired. I was back by Sunday. So, got the shot ready to go here, baby. Don't miss no time off like some people here. Oh, shots fired.
I was about to say shots fired, man.
Nah.
Literally shots fired.
Yeah, literally. Vaccines fired.
But yo, I'm doing good, man. Happy to see everybody here. We had that empty box down there. John was by himself down low last week there, so he's holding the fort down, but it's good to have everybody back, and I'm happy to see y'all here. So what's up?
Most definitely. JD back.
Yo.
Better than ever, hopefully.
Yo.
What's going on with you?
Not much, man. I'm glad to be back. After my little hiatus. Hi, haters.
You sitting on a pile of money over there?
Man.
Since you've been working so many hours?
That's about the only thing I'm sleeping on right now. Otherwise, no.
You have to do the money phone. You got to bring you got to take all your money, take your next paycheck and cash it in ones.
use your debit card. Just smack yourself with debit card.
You know what? Unfortunately, what I really wanted to do back in my not so calm and family friendly days, I wanted to do the Nelly credit card down the.
Oh, you talking about the
tip drill?
The tip drill credit card down the crack. Just I always wanted to do that, just to say I did it.
I don't know what we're gonna do to go to a strip club to pull that off anytime soon, JD.
You don't have
that's out the cards now. That's out the cards. That's back in my heyday.
Oh, okay.
That's out the cards now.
Well, we can't have a hangover trip one day, huh?
No.
Yeah, we've all evolved.
Nah.
We evolved.
Nah. Ain't no turning back.
I was gonna say something to get everybody in trouble here. It's like you still
Yeah.
We all we're still moving. We're still
gonna keep it moving
here.
I'm happy to be here though, guys. Y'all more than down while I was gone. Shout out to JR for holding it down too. Some great episodes too, man.
Most definitely. Well, we're glad to have you back. Last but not least, we have the dangerous one, Johnny Dangerous. What's going on?
What up, y'all? It is Wednesday night, so to speak. We're here to get y'all over the hump, to get you to Thursday, to smack you on Friday, to lay you out over the weekend for a good time. So, man, it's good to have you back, JD. You never left. I felt your spirit in the squares. So, but it's good to see you. I'm sure the fans, man, and all the viewers love to have you back as well. It's gonna be a great show tonight, y'all. Let's get it rocking. Let's go.
Yeah, jump off.
All
right. So that dude named Dave is gonna kick off our first story of the night. What you got for us, that dude? We're debuting some different technological features tonight too.
Well, it's two parts actually. Let's just talk about Lil Nas X. So
yeah,
everybody's upset about his new video where that he was dancing, twerking, going down a strip pole on the devil, and basically broke the devil's neck and became the devil himself. And it was a very highly visible project. You can see it was, the take away what you may think about it. It's a very video was off the chain as far as like production value, but there's a lot of money put into it. Yeah, a lot of money was put into it. So if you take it from that standpoint, but there are so many visuals in there, I guess, from a religious standpoint, Christian standpoint, or people were stating the visuals of the devil and demons being involved, and Lil Nas X twerking, him being an open homosexual part of the LGBTQ community, and you've seen all these visuals and saying this is what's the problem with society. People are saying this problem in the world that we're having rappers who are stripping and being gay and doing these nasty things for our little kids to see. So that's one part of the subject here. The second part is he made some exclusive Nike shoes were Air Maxes that the bubble actually had one drop of actual real human blood. And so there was like a limited edition that was sold for like 500 actually sold out.
Yeah, it was 666.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, Jeff. Thank you. Ooh, how did I miss that one? I have it right here written down. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. The whole devil thing, the whole thing. 666 drop of human blood in there, sold out right away. But the issue is that these were not issued Nikes. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna bring the shoe on here, and we're gonna open the dialogue here, fellas. So let's do the first part here while I'm bringing the shoe on here. First of all, what are you guys' opinions on Lil Nas X's video, being the visuals and the Christian community and people thinking that all the visuals he's putting there is bad for humans, bad for kids, and your opinions on what he's doing as far as his promoting his openly gay lifestyle?
I'll go ahead. A couple just initial thoughts as you put that on the screen, Dave. Nowadays, people do stuff for shock value. And I look at things like this through the prism of shock value, because right now it's really interesting the type of society that we live in. I was talking about this past weekend. So it's a really weird crossroads of time we have right now, in my opinion. So we have kind of no holds barred, anything goes. You can do stuff like this. People are just doing all kind of crazy stuff, sexual freedom, et cetera, et cetera. And then on the other hand of the spectrum, you have people who are super ultra conservative and they want to cancel every single thing that's considered wrong or not appropriate and stuff like that. With Lil Nas X, I don't put too much weight into his video, what he's doing, him living his life. I look at this as strictly advertising and pushing shock value in order to generate attention, which is going to generate revenue and money and increase his celebrity and increase his bottom line. And I look at it like that, plain and simple. I know that there's obviously the religious element, namely the devil as he's dancing with the devil, pun intended in the video, and also having these shoes. But I don't look at this and say, oh my God, Lil Nas X is a devil worshiper and he's trying to get people to convert over to Satanism and stuff like that. Look at it as shock value to try to boost his celebrity and boost his bottom line.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it, Jeff. Shock value. Obviously when I seen this, it's to me, it's very blatant. But what Jeff says does make a lot of sense, and you see a lot of this going on in the industry. Lil Nas X is just, I think, more vocal and more visual about it than most people that we've seen, particularly in the rap genre of music. I mean, you see it a lot, and this is smack against rock and roll or anything like that, but you see a lot of this sort of thing in the rock and roll industry as well. But here's the thing. A lot of times folks don't realize when, especially when you have such a huge platform, a huge following like Lil Nas X does. And I would tell you, Lil Nas X, it has nothing to do with his sexuality. It has nothing to do, with his preference to coming out of the closet or anything like that. I don't have anything against him for that. To each his own. But when you literally, and I'm sure they thought about it as well, as far as putting blood in the sole of the shoe, when you make such a bold move like this, and I'm sure a lot of religious people, a lot of Christians, a lot of people who are anti-Satan, were indeed shocked by this. That was the best word to describe. They were shocked by this. Oh man, and of course we know in the media realm, especially as fast and as information gets out with the technology that we have, that shock went roaring across the world, and so many people saw this, and so he served that purpose. However, me being a spiritual person that I am, it's shock value. However, however not real this is supposed to be, and it's supposed to just shock the world and create revenue. A lot of times, especially as adults, we can do things that can cause much more of an impact than what we might have bargained for. We might, when I say we, I'm just saying people in general do things that will subliminally sell their soul, and they not even realize it, because all they want to do is shock and make some money. And I think in this particular case with Lil Nas X, he's doing all these different things. It is devil worshiping, regardless of him, doing it just for one purpose. It's serving a bigger purpose that may be beyond his spiritual understanding. And I really hope that, he's able to snatch his soul back, after doing this thing and not, relinquish himself to Satan. A lot of people listen, they may not believe in that sort of thing. They may not, believe in a higher power, and that's your opinion. But what he's doing, in my opinion, whether it's subliminal or not, whether it's for shock value or not, is creating a ripple not only on this earth but in the spiritual realm as well. And he's advertising for Satan. And I just pray for the brother. I pray for the people that surrounding him that supports this sort of thing, and I really hope he's able to bounce back from it. If you, I guess I could say a lot on it, but I'm gonna say that, man. But it's definitely much more to it than meets the eye. For all those folks that are spiritual, and I think you can understand where I'm coming from with that. So let's just pray for this brother and pray for everything surrounding him, man. And I hope he's able to snap back from this. But he is causing a ripple effect, and he is influencing others, whether he knows he is or not, to kind of go down that same route, because a lot of young people, if nothing else, are very impressionable, and he's definitely impressing this whole 666 devil worshiping thing upon people. And he's not more powerful than, well, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I'll pass it on.
That's a good point, John. So you're saying that people can open up Pandora's box without that even being their intent.
Absolutely. It happens all the time. It happens all the time,
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Can't always just brush it off to the side.
Nah, you can't, man, because demons follow you wherever you go. Especially if you're worshiping them and you welcome them in a way that, whether you know it or not. But there's power in the tongue, there's power in the word. So when you speak and you act upon the things that you speak of, man, you conjure something that's beyond your understanding. And so I pray at some point in time that brother does understand what he's doing, and I pray that he's able to bounce back from it, especially when it relates to his soul.
Real quick before JD goes, to answer JR's question about whose blood is it, I read an article about the company that made the shoes, and again, Nike is actually suing them now because they're not authorized by Nike. They're not an authorized collaboration. Employees of that company who helped to create the shoe volunteered, donated their blood to put in the shoe. So
they did.
It was actually, they
one drop of real blood.
Yeah. So
from collectively, man, I'm telling you, man, when you do stuff like that, it creates a bond, man. It's real. You know what I'm saying? It's not for play. This is real. You sacrificing your blood for what? For revenue? Prime example of satanic worship. That's it. I just piggyback on what you said, bro. Go ahead, JD.
No, I just wanted to interject with that.
I mean, all I was gonna say was that you talking about. I think, John, you may be incorrect, at least right now, as to Lil Nas X actually wanting or caring about his soul at this point. Maybe in the future he will, but obviously if he cared about it, he wouldn't be doing the things that he's doing right now. And you said that he was going to bounce back. Like, I don't think he cares about that at all, especially at this point in time. Maybe at some point in the future he will. But I mean, obviously at a certain point, whether you believe in these things or not, you can compromise your beliefs, and all for the almighty dollar at a certain point, and for popularity and for fame. And that's what he's doing. I think it's alluring to a lot of people to dive into that world of satanic worship, because it's taboo, just like anything else that's taboo. It draws people, it draws eyes, it draws attention. With his the Illuminati references in his videos and in the photo by showing his left eye, like all these little things add up. And they're all intentional, they're all attention seeking, and they're all to help him further his agenda. I think that there is a push to normalize everything. Not all things are normal and okay. Not all things are. A lot of things are, and everybody can do. You can do what you want to do, but whether you can consider that normal or okay, those are two different things. And I think a lot of people get those mixed up. Like, just because you're in a place where you can express yourself freely does not mean that you should always express yourself freely. And I think that line is somewhere, is a place that a lot of people cross, and a lot of people feel comfortably crossing that line these days. And I believe that's to our detriment. I really do. We're at a point now where, like you said, Jeff, there's this interesting dichotomy of that everything is okay and everything isn't okay. And it's hard to judge and figure out what's okay and what's not okay. I think as a parent, and speaking as a parent, it's we don't allow kids to run from these things. They should see it. It should be a point of discussion with your child. It shouldn't be something that you run from. It shouldn't be something that you try to shield them from. You speak with them about, and if they have questions about it, you shouldn't be afraid to discuss them with them. If your child views, I believe this: if your child views someone outside of you as being their biggest role model, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Agree.
You're doing something wrong.
Yeah. It goes back to parenting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I feel like I was exposed to things, and I saw things, and I read things, but those things, because I was grounded as a person because of my parents, those things didn't affect me. But if you're if you don't have that grounding, if you don't have that foundation underneath you, it's easy for somebody to slide the rug out from under you, and you fall for anything that happens, anything, any movement, any anything, pretty much anything that goes on. There's so many people that you see nowadays that they're grasping, man. They're grasping. I just look at them like people just, reaching for whatever they can reach for, and to be a part of something. There's so much, so many people that are longing to belong, and it's sad when it comes to that. It's sad, because you should be able to find people that you can fit in with, that you can belong with, without going to the extremes of something like this. I believe first and foremost it's attention seeking. First and foremost, whether he's a satanic worshiper, I don't know. Like, I doubt it, but it's a tried and true method for getting on. Tried and true. going back to, you know, Ozzy Osbourne, people before that, you know, like you said, John, you know, the rock industry has been doing this forever and a day. And the hip hop industry has gathered steam by doing this over the last few years as well. So yeah, it's just another way to get on. It's another publicity act. But what a lot of people don't consider, and what I'm sure he may not really consider, is that, like you said, John, these have real spiritual lasting effects, and the effect that he has on other people. Just because you have a voice don't mean that you should say whatever you want to say.
Absolutely, man.
A few quick things I want to. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say real quick. You know, JD, very good points. Everybody brought up very valid points, hitting in on this. What I was going to say, you know, going back, you talk about kids and whatnot and responsibility, as far as parents have, man. For one, you know, a lot of children didn't have those parents. JD, I know for certain you had those parents that set you down and told you was smart, you was kind,
you was smart,
you was jealous, and you was important. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids ain't got that, you know. Even
right.
especially coming from where we came from, man. So it's definitely a blessing to have that. Whether Nas X realizes it or not, he doesn't even have to look at himself as being a role model, which a lot of people on higher platforms don't even like that responsibility. But the key word in that is responsibility. Whether you want to be a role model or not, you still have a responsibility. And in this particular case, you know, you're talking about Lil Nas X. I didn't say that he particularly cares about his soul and bouncing back from that. I'm saying I hope he does. And whether he's a devil worshiper or not, whether he realizes or not, he is worshiping the devil. You know, it's almost like trying to say that you know, not really a gang member, but you got a tattoo on, or you go into an environment where that particular gang, you
Takashi.
know, right, exactly, but not really that. You know what I'm saying? You putting on that facade, but hey, there's responsibility that comes with that. You false flagging, there's penalties that come with that. You know, a police officer, or if you get arrested and you got these tattoos on you, or you with a group of certain people, there's a responsibility for that. When you go rob a bank and you in the car, you the getaway driver, and 4 people go in and they kill people and they come out and you heard gunshots, you're like, man, what y'all doing there? You said you was gonna grab some money. Everybody gets hit with the same penalty, and that penalty, there's a penalty in the spiritual realm, whether you false flagging or not, whether you're a real devil worshiper or not. If you false flagging, there's a penalty with that responsibility of you know, putting up those symbols and you know, trying to gain income or whatever you're trying to do by representing that, whether it's in you or not, there's a responsibility of it, is what I'm saying. So I just want to share that real quick. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, I'm good, man. Dave.
Yeah.
I know Dave weighed in.
I haven't commented yet. Gotta preference my comments the right way here. I know how I can shoot from the hip and just be straightforward. So I know the community we have here.
No, you do what you do.
Yeah, I do what I do. I do what I do.
Curse.
Yeah, I know. Just yeah. But this is me.
There's
But
a responsibility behind your words.
Yeah. It's just very touchy here. I see here.
It is.
Honestly, fellas, I am the opposite belief of all y'all. To be honest. Respectfully disagree. How about that? I respectfully disagree, because I can honestly say that the words that Jeff said and JD, if John said, that I probably would have mimicked, probably said word for word easily up to like 10 years ago. And everybody goes through different changes in their life. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you guys whatsoever, but the comments here were very judgmental. Because what if he's not a Christian, yo? That's your belief in Christianity, in the spiritual realm, and the higher being and the lower being down there like that. So if he don't believe that, then we don't know the trials and tribulations that go on in his life to want to do this. This could be natural for him. He's always done this. Or something happened to him to make him say F Christianity, F God. You know, some people going to listen to me saying, yo, what the hell is Dave talking about here? This is, you know, but everybody has a different path. Everybody has a different lot. Everybody believes differently, So there's going to be a large segment of the Black community and people who do watch this show is going to say, yo, this is messed up. He's clout chasing, like I'm seeing in the chat. So you guys saying he's just attention seeking. But if you don't believe in God and this is what you do, yo, let him. He's doing what he's doing here. This is what he believes here. So you believe one thing here and he believes something here. Is it wrong if he believes in the devil?
But one question I have for
you. No,
you.
let me finish. I want to hear. Okay. I want to finish that comment. Is it wrong that he believes in the devil because you believe in God? People have different mentalities to think what they want to think here, as far as when it comes to upper and lower being, the Bible, the Quran, all this stuff like that. So he's basically showcasing all of our insecurities right now. No, just because he don't believe in God and he believes in Satan, and we're talking about wanting to teach right and wrong to the kids, that's our job as parents, not to let our kids watch certain things that we don't want them to watch. I literally saw people saying that this was wrong in the world today. No, what was wrong in the world today is that dude who shot the 8 people in Atlanta, Georgia. What was wrong in this world today is in El Paso, this dude in the name of God in Walmart shot up a whole bunch of people in the name of God. So you never know when people see that stuff and say, hey, man, I don't rock with God like that, because in the name of God, all we have is over 100 shootings in this country. So go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay. One question I have for you, going back to your first point that you made. Mm-hmm. So you look at this as, because first of all, religion is subjective. It is. It's based upon what you believe personally and
how you're raised, your surroundings.
And I'm attacking from the angle of, I personally don't think this has anything to do with Lil Nas X with beliefs. I think it's strictly for attention. But you think it's more so something that he really internalized and he believes and he's pushing that agenda as opposed to it being clout chasing?
I mean, everything's clout chasing in the music industry. Let's just put it out there. You're everything is advertisement to make money. That's your job. Mm-hmm. Everybody who he's made 7 figures off this video alone, just from streams on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, whatever the case may be. He done his job. That is his job, to promote. And then if the music's good, then it makes more money. Then it goes even further than that. That's his job right now. So when we talk about clout chasing, Nicki Minaj clout chases. Cardi B, WAP was banging. She was clout chasing with that booty on the screen, yo. Everybody clout chasing the music industry. Mm-hmm. Now, I know I'm touching some nerves here. People don't believe everything I'm saying. People are probably thinking that I'm the devil myself. Like, how can you say that? But everybody has a different lot in life. And just because someone says they worship the devil, you may look at me saying, how can I say that's wrong? I can honestly say that before everybody hopped on, I was telling Jeff, I'm not a Christian anymore. I can honestly say that there's so many things that I've gone through in my life to say, nah, I'm good. Like me and Jeff, we watch Bill Maher all the time. How he's an athist. I'm not as far as to the point I say I'm an atheist, but I can say that I've gone to the path now that I can see just from my own judgment, the way my plot in life, that I don't believe the things that everybody in this panel believes here. And so when I hear this here, like, I felt attacked, even though I don't believe in the devil like he does or whatever the video was. I felt attacked. I'm not saying that it's not a safe space or saying, oh, I'm like, oh, you're feeling weak, or, like they say, what they say, you woke, but you whatever, snowflake for the black version. Nah, I literally felt like, yo, y'all going in on this dude. But what if this dude don't believe this here? Is it right? Real talk. Is it right? If y'all don't believe this, but he believes this, are you guys right?
I don't think that it's necessarily a right or wrong thing. Mm-hmm. I tried to preface my comments in the fact, I'm trying to say this without saying what I want to say, but I'm just gonna say it.
Just don't curse.
No. I'm a big comic book nerd. So like the first thing that when you started talking, Dave, what I thought, as sort of a rebuttal was, Uncle Ben's famous statement to Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And that's kind of how I feel about the situation. I mean, it's
not everybody's supposed to be a hero, bro.
True. And that's the thing. Like, it's a very slippery slope, and it's hard to judge someone on their belief system if it doesn't align with yours. He can believe whatever he wants to believe. I hope that he understands the power in his words, just as we all should understand the power in our words. And you know that the things you say have real life consequences. And that's not to say that, you know, in the name of Christianity or Satanism, whatever it is, that, you know, one is better than the other one. You can believe what you want to believe. I know what I believe.
Yeah,
but you can believe what you want to believe.
Yeah, I
No
respect
doubt, no doubt.
everybody's belief. And I want John's viewpoint too, because I know John's heavy in his beliefs. So I just want to say that I respectfully disagree, John. You know, I'm coming from the angle of where I come from, and I'm very interested on if you do have, you know, an opinion on what I was saying there. You know, because you know there's so many spectrums in this religious realm. You know, and so it's good open dialogue for us to talk about. Like, not everybody believes the same thing here, and you know, some people are staunch in their Christianity, and I can see how some people who are raised and believe and say, man, you're going to hell for that or whatever's like that. But then there's the opposite, how people believe like that. There's the total opposite of that too. And that's the point I'm trying to bring out to everybody here.
Great points. Great points. Here's the thing. Everyone does have the right to believe in whatever they want to believe in. That's the power of choice. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. What you do with that beauty and what kind of art you make out of it is totally up to you. I don't feel insecure about anything. Not one thing. You know, I would have to sit and really think about what I felt insecure about. And I'm not judging the brother either. I don't have a heaven or hell to put him in. Cool. I don't have that power, nor do I have the authority, nor do I want it, because I'm imperfect, just like everybody else. He does have a responsibility, going back to that. You know, anybody on a big platform, when you make it to a certain level of success where you're in the limelight, you have a responsibility. You can't even be successful without some type of responsibility in your life. You have, if nothing else, you have a responsibility to that money. You have to do certain things to get it. There are power in words. There are power in words. I'm not a religious man. I'm not religious at all. There's so many different religions. Who's to say who's right and who's wrong? I remove myself personally from religion because there's so much distinction between that. Me personally, I'm very, and my family are spiritual. We have a connection in what we believe to be a God. We believe in a higher power. Also believe in the devil. And here's the thing. Like I said, you have the right to feel, believe, speak on whatever you believe. Just because you don't believe in something doesn't mean it does not exist. Just because you may not believe in God, or just because you don't believe in the devil, doesn't mean that they don't exist. You have the right to believe that or not. However, in this world that we live in, there is responsibility there. Words have power. The things that you do, there's a scientific thing called cause and effect. Everything that you do has some type, for whatever cause, has some type of effect, whether you realize it or not. There are principalities in this world and scientific philosophies, whether you understand it or not, it exists. If you jump off of something, you are going to fall. We don't have the power to create. That's not something that we created. It's the scientific fact in this world. We have the power to alter it. Man has altered that. However, there's a cause and effect for everything. And I say that to relate this to Lil Nas X. As I was speaking on him earlier, if you realize, I said, I pray for my personal belief. I pray for him and everybody surrounding him in regards to this particular situation, that the man bounces back from that from what I believe. I'm going to support him by praying for him and hoping that the consequences that come with whatever he believes in or doesn't believe in, that he doesn't pay the ultimate cost for that, and that his life, is not, paralleling down, a negative route, and that at some point in time, as a young man, that what JD says, he might not care right now. We don't know what Lil Nas X is thinking. We don't know what his beliefs is, you know, and I'm not going to judge that. But I pray for him regardless. And whether it's Lil Nas X or all you guys or anybody else that's watching, I pray for y'all too. But he just made himself known by this video that he posted and all this stuff that he posted. So that gives me something specific to pray for him on his behalf. That's all I'm saying. So, but I don't judge people.
I like that. I totally agree with everything you said, John. Thank you for saying all that, man. That was beautifully stated, man, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. I just want to say one more point real fast. I know we got to move on, Jeff, on this.
No, we're good, man.
Maybe we're taking this too far too. Let's look at another angle real fast. Maybe it's taking to it's not the first time someone's made a video about dancing on the devil and blood and stuff like that. So we're talking about this video March 31st. We ain't talking about this song on May 31st, y'all.
You're right.
My angle is this is just another record that you can just roll this out every once in a while. It's another marketing play for music. Make a quick bag and keep it moving. Sometimes maybe we're just taking it more than what it is, because when it comes to entertainment, yes, we have to monitor things that's out there, but at the same time, though, that was not even the worst thing I watched that day.
Yeah, a few quick things too.
That's just my angle on that.
Yeah, and when I originally was saying too, I wasn't even looking at it from a religious standpoint. I think he hasn't caught one since Old Town Road. He ain't caught one.
Yeah.
The writing's on the wall. He ain't caught one sin't Old Town Road.
And that's the biggest hit of all time,
He's doing everything he can to catch another one in some capacity.
Hey, Jeff, good point.
He ain't caught one.
He's the biggest one-hit wonder of all time, because it's the biggest single of all time. He caught glass in the bottle, light in the bottle. Yes. Here. Good point, bro.
Yes. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the rest of his career. What remains to be seen. You know what I mean? Like, and also one thing I want to point out before we move on too, these types of things have been expounded upon or expressed via other artists. There was one time when Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, who remember On to the Next One video, all the imagery in there.
His name is Jehovah.
Beyonce. There's been times when other folks who we've looked at a much higher stature have been associated with these types of imageries and things like that. And time passed, and it's they were. What happened with, like, it's like you forget about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is gonna go by the wayside, like a lot of the other stuff that happened with people that we hold in higher regard who've done similar things to this. But it's just like anything, like we give certain folks a pass because we want to.
True.
And we overlook certain things because they just so good at what they do.
I mean, come on. He calls himself, if you believe that Jehovah's the name of God, he calls him Jehovah. So that's the ultimate nod. He didn't really mean that.
But one thing I hope that we can all agree on, at least on this panel, is something called karma. So we'll see what karma this yields, if any.
Yeah, we might not even see it. Funny. We might not even see it.
Yeah.
And just because a person named themselves, I'm not supporting Jay-Z because he calls himself J-Ho, but I know a lot of my Mexican homies named Jesus. Good people.
Oh, there you go.
They don't claim to be Jesus, though. You know what I'm saying? They just got the name, and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? My name is Jonathan. John. That don't mean I'm John the Baptist from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And
you dipping brothers, John? Are you dipping brothers?
I'm Johnny Dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
Brothers, huh?
Hey, and I don't care what nobody say. I'm a huge fan of 3 6 Mafia, and I still listen to 3 6 Mafia when I'm working out.
Yeah, country was it Crunchy and Black?
You know what I'm
saying? Who don't love some Crunchy Black?
Lock them in the trunk. All that. I listen to 3 6 Mafia. I'm cool.
Sipping on some sisters. Sipping on some.
And they talked about some stuff in their music.
They talked about some stuff.
Yeah.
You're right.
But I know
wasn't one of their albums called The Devil's Playground?
Yeah, The Devil's Playground. Yeah, exactly. But I know, back to John's original point, I'm a product of good parenting, so I can listen to 3 6 Mafia and listen to them say lock somebody in the trunk, and I won't go and lock somebody in the trunk because I know that's not right.
It's not right, man.
But it'll help me get through that last set, though. So it is what it is, man.
Some great comments in the chat too, man.
Yeah, keep it going. You guys are hitting it here. We want to hear that fans engagement. Go ahead and chime in.
Most definitely. All right,
but not anymore because we're moving on.
Yeah, we are moving on.
You guess what we're talking about?
We got a commercial we want to run.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right,
here we go.
Quarantine Superstore. Our shelves stay stocked with all the things you don't need. We've got everything everyone else doesn't have, from DVD rewinders, underarm do-rags to relax and lay down that kinky armpit hair, burger buns, all top buns and no bottoms to double down on that soft bite cushion, pickle juice, ooh-wee, sweet and tangy, Donald Trump's UV ray disinfecting bleach water that heats up and attacks the virus inside the body. We sell pre-scrambled eggs. All you have to do is heat it up and eat it up. Good. Pink shrimp to make your manhood get little when you know you shouldn't do it. Match lighters for those times you are having a hard time lighting that match to start a fire. Ice slicers. Condoms, the type of protection you apply for the things you can do. We keep it stocked, folks. Wolf wine and honey badger brew. Vulture jerky, the kind that's extra dry and will get you kinda high. Dead batteries, we've got all sizes. You can use them as paperweights and watch them roll away. Clear curtains so you can see out while people are looking in. And introducing human cheese, also known as Hugh cheese, made from real breast milk. Quarantine Superstore, sponsored by $1 billion in CARES Act Right funds. Thanks, Uncle Sam. Hurry while supplies last, and they will, because not too many people buy these things. We litty. Jump off.
All right, I've had enough. I've had enough of this. I had enough, man. I know we've been joking around about this for several weeks. You know, Quarantine Corey is paying for these advertisements and stuff like that. We ran this ad at least 5 or 6 times. Yeah. We ran the spoken word ad and all that stuff. I'm tired of this, man. And you know what? I wasn't gonna do this, but I got some words for Quarantine Corey. I had to actually write some stuff down because I was so heated about some of the stuff, just about his person. Like, he disgusts me. So I wrote, and I don't write nothing about no man. Look at me writing stuff, but I had to get this out, man. So I put some words together, and this is an ode to Quarantine Corey. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't have it memorized. I'm gonna read this because obviously he's not worth memorizing anything. I'm an actor. I get paid to memorize. So I'm gonna read this.
Wow. Oh, here we go, folks. Listen in. We gotta hear this.
Okay.
A lot of cues in this.
We need some funk flex like bombs to drop on this.
I know, right?
There's a lot of cues in this this ode as well too. Quintessential simp is the best way to describe you. Your very existence is a quandary, which brings about a question. How many quarters did your son Questionable have to use to get on the bus that day when the ride should have been paid for via child support from you? But I digress. Better yet, here's another quiz question. Can you remember the names of all your other children? Man, I feel sorry for your queen. That is, if you have one. You seem to have profited during quarantine by selling low-quality items, which begs another question. Is this level of quality a reflection of your character? Now, I could continue with more thoughts and quotes like this one, but due to your inferior IQ, I'm sure these things would just float above your head and your understanding like quasars. So in conclusion, Corey, consider this a quasi-warning from yours truly. Moving forward, it's best if you just keep quiet, drink a quart of milk, and learn your ABCs past the Q's. All right.
Dang! I think
wow.
Corey was blowing my phone up the whole time you was speaking, Jeff.
He's watching?
He's watching live right now. Hey, Dave.
Yeah,
he left me a voicemail, man. Can you patch that in?
I'm patching him in right now. Check this
out. Run that. What? God, no.
That's how you really feel, huh? My ears are bleeding right now. I'm hearing things I ain't never heard before.
Hey, Daddy, let me get at him real quick. Damn, Jeff, you just put my daddy in the dirt. I ain't even gonna front you. That was real ambidextrous, what you just did right there. That spoken word was hotter than a candle inside of a fat man's wallet at the strip club. I'm trying to join the Jumpoff team after that one. Y'all hiring over there? Jeff, hit me up and let me know what I need to do, man. I can do what Celsius does. I'm in these streets day and night. You feel me?
Ain't that about a half-eaten Popeye's biscuit? Questionable, give me that damn phone. See, if you ain't feel what I felt after hearing what that man just said about your daddy, that feeling of utter disrespect should be running hot in your veins right now, because I'm supposed to be your daddy. That just lets me know right there what I already questioned in my spirit. Questionable, you ain't my damn son. Me and your thought mama gonna correspond immediately after this. I always knew she belonged to the streets. And so did your disloyal raggedy jabot wearing. Man, I'm hot right now.
Sorry, Daddy, my bad, man. I was just trying to secure that bag, man. My bad. Don't penalize me for telling the truth. You the one over there looking like Derek Jackson right now.
I tell you what, you can secure, man. You can secure yourself out of my damn shop. Go back to that bus stop where I found your bus token tote ass. Hey, Jeff, when I first dropped my commercial on your show, I try to be a man and show you the world. We over here beefing and you a vegan. Where they do that at? This platform is bigger than both of us. But let me tell you something right quick. One thing about it, two things for sure, three things for certain. I got my own quarantine superstore. I got everything that everyone doesn't need. Catch you on the rebound, no balls. And I'm jumping off this thing, no pause. Your thought mama gonna correspond immediately after this. I always knew she belonged.
That's it, bro. You go ahead. Hey, Killer, man. Killer. Hey, I gotta say, Jeff, that spoken word was fire. No disrespect to you, Quarantine Corey, man. I know you're a mentor to many and a king to few. But Jeff, yeah, man, that was hot. Dang, man, you just blazed Quarantine Corey like that, man. Dude, whatever happened to
you
respect
set him
your
on fire, man. You set him on fire.
That's all I got, man. I'm not gonna spend too much more time on him. I don't understand. I just listen to him now. I don't understand how is his voice low and high at the same time. How you do that? How you do that pitch? This dude is a bass and a soprano at the same time. I mean, when they do that, how's that? Dave, you're the music man. How do you play the bass and
Me.
how do you at the same time?
Man, them octaves, that range, that's the Mariah Carey range, man.
Yeah, that's a gift, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a gift from the curse, I guess.
Hey, man.
This dude talks in whispering screams. He's a walking contradiction. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Oh man!
And we beef.
Hey, that's what's killing the chat here right now. We beefing and you vegan.
Take your hand off your mouth when you talk. Exactly. He was crying. He cried talk.
He cried.
How do you sound like Lou Rawls and a Smurf at the same time?
Oh man.
Wow, man. There's a whole lot of disrespect going on back and forth between the two of y'all, man.
And like I said before, I had to get that off my chest. I'm not beefing with no black man in 2021. We got a lot bigger fish to fry. I'm sure he'll get that reference. We got a lot bigger fish to fry these days, but I just had to get that off my chest, man. I went Q crazy on that one. You know what I'm saying? I just had a lot of Q words on the brain. I just wanted to put them together.
For a second, I wanted to snap my fingers when you was doing it. You know, I wanted to.
Yeah, I don't even do poetry, man. So I don't know, man.
Wow.
You know, sometimes you get the spirit and you just want to. Yeah.
Oh, it's Def Poetry Jam here for a second.
Yeah, I bet you that back child support ain't no joke.
Dang, what? Hey,
Right.
hey,
Going at
Jeff,
it.
In the words of John, I'm going to pray for him. Pray for that brother.
Jeff, you understand that even though you say you're done, it's not over.
Good
You
point,
can
Dave.
say, yo, I said my spoken
Yeah.
word, I'm done.
Yeah.
You really think this is done right now?
He's probably selling knockoff Lil Nas X shoes at the quarantine superstore. It got 3 9s on them and whatnot.
333.
Like Drake, I turned a 6 upside down. It's a 9 now.
He said he got Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Hey, these support Dorothy and Lil Nas X.
Hey, whoa. You sound just like him, John. How'd you do
Yeah,
that?
man. He been mentoring me, man.
Wait 1 second. You sound just like him.
Y'all related? Y'all related?
Wait a minute. You went right into that real easy, man.
Nah, man. You know what? My throat was dry, and it just came out that way. But I'm good now. Wow.
Wow. That was interesting. You really like threw me for a loop there.
Yeah,
you
man.
didn't even have your hand over your mouth.
Is it bad that I would buy the quarantine Corey Lil Nas X knockoff?
Real quick, just so you know, we're not going to get to the B block story tonight about music because I really want to dive into that one. So we'll save that for next week. So we got about 4 or 5 minutes to talk about whatever. It's not weird. It's not weird that you would do that. I read something about that same company that did that collab, Lil Nas X. They did a Jesus juice or holy water shoe, supposedly, and nobody said nothing about that. And that's to Dave's point. They did
the double standard.
Yeah, nobody said nothing about the holy water shoe. It didn't sell as much or whatever, but it was no controversy.
Were they sandals?
Lil Nas got that bag,
Jesus sandals. Them Jesus sandals. Them yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death? Virgins there. Step on water if you dare shoes.
It was a lot of people at the college that me and Jeff went to. That would rock those burlap sandals. We used to literally call them Jesus walks.
Yeah, man. If you got wicker baskets on your feet, man, I can't even walking wicker baskets.
Hey, but look, did y'all watch Passions of the Christ?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I saw it at the movie theater. God dang, that was a bad date idea.
Hey, man.
A date.
A date. Hey, babe, let's go see Passion of the Christ.
It's a love story.
It wasn't my idea. The girl dating at the time wanted to go see it so bad, and I guess it's like a date night, but it was on a Friday night. Oh my god!
Friday night to go see Passions.
Man, you know I wasn't getting no draws that night.
JR said Jerusalem joggers in the chat.
Hey, look, hey Dave, you had a steak dinner and everything, boy. You think that is
a steak? Did you just say steak?
Yeah. Man, hold on. Dave over there, like, yeah, I'm gonna take you to go see Passions. You know
I didn't want to go, man.
I'm gonna go there after that. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, I got some more plans for her. She like, all right. Go see Passions. She crying in there. But going back to the reference of the Jesus sandals, man, that movie made them sandals look like dope, man. When he stepped on the serpent with that joint, I was like, I might have to give me some of them sandals. Cause he smashed that serpent with those. I ain't never seen anybody engage any kind of reptile wearing sandals. I mean, you got to be a bad dude to engage a reptile while wearing sandals. I didn't see Steve Irwin do that. You know what I'm saying? And he was a beast with it, you know?
He said engaged.
Hey, shout out to Main Syph in the chat, man. We appreciate you.
My man, what's good, bro?
What's poppin', Syph?
Oh my god,
Chris
man.
Rice got the jokes, man. Hilarious. You watch Passion for the passion.
For real. Passion, baby.
I ain't getting no passion. I remember that vividly.
Speaking to that, Dave, like there have been times where I've watched or you go to watch a certain movie or something like that, or a certain TV show thinking it's gonna be one thing, and then you can't make that transition to like normal activity afterwards.
Right. No foreplay.
I wanted to go see Precious.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
You can stop going to the movies, brother. You stop going to the movies, man.
Especially movies that start with P. You know what I'm saying?
I never
You ain't getting no P at the end of that.
Yo, real talk. We went to see that movie. We were so shocked. We went to the bar to get some drinks. Not enough alcohol could help us. Like, you want to call it tonight? I'm like, yeah, let's take this L.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, so during the movies, that's when we kind of, especially if it's a first date. That's when
it wasn't the first date, but
okay.
It wasn't the first date, but it was just like once again another freaking Friday night, man. I get it.
It was a white flag night.
Man,
yeah, you got to throw in the towel on that one. Man.
Yeah. You can't touch no thighs. You can't nibble on no ears.
I didn't want to touch her, man. I didn't want to touch her. I felt dirty.
Can y'all think of a movie that did the opposite though? That was like productive.
Sure. And we still going to the motel after this movie, right? This passenger. No heathen hand around me.
A movie that was productive. Oh no, we got to go in like 1 minute here.
That helped that? Oh yeah. No, go ahead, Jeff.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I can't. I'm drawing a blank. I'm trying to think. What y'all got?
I mean, I haven't. I would think that the movie, maybe depending on your girl, 50 Shades might get things moving in the right direction.
Love Jones.
50 Shades of Black.
Yeah, Love Jones is definitely a classic.
Movies like that just set you up for the slam dunk for sure.
Yeah, this was another fun episode, fellas. I'm glad that we.
Classic Pino.
Huh?
You said what?
Some classic Pino. That always works, right?
What?
Pino. Porno. Well, I got
Pino. He using keywords.
Pino. You don't.
Speaking in scrolls, I don't know. I don't speak.
You don't call porn Pino? It's fine Pino sometimes, you know.
No, I don't speak that dark web language, Dave.
I don't like it. Sometimes you can't say porno to your ladies. You gotta say you want to pop. You want a little Pino going?
See, he on the folks Jumpoff Live audience. He on a whole nother level.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about Pinot Grigio. I thought he was talking about.
Porn is Pinot Grigio. You never know.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Got you.
on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode. Please be sure to follow us on social media by searching for Jumpoff Live, and we'll see you next week. Peace and love.
Peace.
Work that.